Good afternoon, folks, and thanks for joining us. Welcome to Kickin' It with Tim and the Mechanic. I'm Tim Wheaton, joined as always by the mechanic, Brandon Cuttino. How you doing today, sir?
Doing good, man. Ready to talk some kickboxing.
Absolutely. And it's been a busy few weeks. We had one championship, we had a K-1, we even had a Rise, and then upcoming we got a bunch of stuff. But yeah, we got a bunch of shows to talk about, eh?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
But let's jump right into we're just going down the list here. One on Prime Video 5. It was going to have some Super Vaughn action, which I know we were excited about. That got moved to January 13th, but it still had some Muay Thai action with a rematch of an amateur fight between Jackie Bunton, who was your female fighter of the year last year, and Amber Kitchen. It was a close fight. I think Jackie Bunton got away with the victory due to she had knocked down late in the third round. Looked like she was outpointing, better positional awareness. However, Amber Kitchen was absolutely game. What'd you make of the fight? What'd you think of it?
Yeah, I mean, well, first thing we got to talk about, man, Jackie Bunton losing the first battle on the scales. That's definitely not a good look. Definitely.
It's such a big subject unto itself, talking about weight cutting in one championship specifically, that we're like, we could do a whole show about what the hell's this?
Yeah. So that wasn't a good look because she missed it by a good amount. Like, wasn't it four pounds, right? Something like that.
She made weight, missed hydration, came back, made hydration, was 5 pounds over. Gotcha. So they just said, yeah, whatever, we'll do a catch weight. But yeah, she was 5 pounds over officially by the end, even though she did make weight earlier in the day, but missed hydration. It's a tough balance between the two.
Gotcha. All right. Well, either way, like I said, that was something. So kudos. So kudos to Amber Kitchen for still wanting to do the fight. Because sometimes, hey man, 5 pounds, people are like, nah, I'm good. I'll just take the money and bounce out or something like that. But no, like I said, I'm like, this fight kind of played out how I thought it was. I thought Bhutan would have the power advantage, which she did, as you saw. She had the knockdown. But hey, man, Amber Kitchen is a game opponent. She's down the fight. Like I said, they fought as amateurs and they just ran it back as pros. Like I said, this was Jackie Bunton's night. She did her thing. Like I said, she definitely had the power. Combinations were looking beautiful, and let's see what's next for her.
Yeah, she's back on the revenge trail. She's avenging this loss that she had to Amber Kitchen, and it was a close fight, and it was a tough war, and it's good to get back in the win column. Next fight is probably her trying to get revenge against Smila Sundell. The problem is, I think if you are teaching someone Muay Thai, Jackie Bunton is the more talented fighter, but style-wise, Smila Sundell might win that fight. It's crazy she's 18 years old now.
Yeah, I was thinking actually, man, maybe Jackie Bunton might get that title fight for their America show, because like I said, you probably want to show off some US talent, get that card bump with a lot of Americans, and why not have Jackie Bunton on that, going for the title. Maybe that could be the card where we can finally get the Janitata and Nissa Meskin fight. Like I said, you would think that you would want to try to put all your big time stars on that card, especially those that are of US US descent.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're talking about one on Prime Video 10, which will be on Cinco de Mayo, so it's easy to remember. May 5th, which is going to be in Denver. This is one championship first show on U.S. soil. Right now, the only confirmed fight is the closing trilogy fight between Demetrius Johnson and Adriano Moraes for the flyweight title. But yeah, some of the fights that I had seen rumored, just like you said, probably Jackie Bunton versus somebody. Janet Todd will almost likely be on the card, whether it's against Alicia Fernandez or Anissa Mexon, whatever. Both work just fine. And then some MMA fights. But yeah, for kickboxing guys, like Eddie Abasolo will probably be on it. There's a few other guys who will almost certainly be on it for the kicky talent. But yeah, I'm hoping they turn that into a really big show. It'd be cool, because they just did it in the Philippines with 2 shows in 2 days. It'd be cool if in the US they did the same thing. I mean, from the booking, they won't, but it would have been cool just make a massive weekend out of it. But yeah, looking forward to that one, right?
Oh man, I was just thinking maybe Asa Tin Pao could be on that show too. He is from America, from Florida. Hey man, they might even get my guy Jonathan DeBella come down from Canada.
Absolutely. I think so. I think these are likely. There's so many good. One championship, just in the last few years, have really come together of just throwing money at this sport. And look at all these stars we're talking about. Oh, it's so exciting. Oh, it's so nice to have so many facets going on. But yeah, it's good stuff. But yeah, Jackie Bunton probably fighting for a title this year. Whether she needs one more win or she's ready for a title shot now, I really don't know. But that's for somebody else to decide. I would prefer both Smila Sundell and Jackie Bunton get at least one more win before rematching, because we just saw the fight it was 4 months ago. It wasn't that long ago,
Yeah, exactly. It's like we say, you do got time, but I'm just thinking maybe they would try to maybe just at least have. I mean, if it's not for the title, but maybe still have Jackie Bunton on that card.
I co-sign with you. I agree with that. We also had, and again, we're talking weight cutting issues. Superlek versus Panpayak. This is the 8th time they fought, and now it was supposed to be for the Muay Thai Grand Prix final, but because both of them made weight, but then didn't make hydration, they just said, yeah, have a regular fight. It's not for the Muay Thai final. But keep in mind that the Muay Thai Grand Prix also had Haggerty and Rodtang in it, and both of them dropped out due to weight issues. I think the spirit is absolutely correct in that weight cutting is probably an issue that we need to talk about in the sport as a whole. I'm happy that we're talking about it. The spirit is correct. The execution is ruining fight cards. Am I wrong here?
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because usually, like, to me, like, I always feel like in Muay Thai fighters, like, weight cutting to me is usually never really a big deal. Like, that's why to me, like, that's why it's like, is it maybe the one system, or is it that maybe weight cutting is an issue and we just never hear about it because people are just like, I'm here to fight anyway, let's just do it. So who cares?
Well, you might have more perspective on this than most people, but I think weight cutting in MMA is much more closely derived from weight cutting in collegiate and Olympic wrestling, in which, like, weight cutting in MMA, they do some amazing things. The size of a guy shrinking down to make weight is insane. Whereas in striking sports, the weight cutting isn't quite as scientific because you want a little bit more going on in your body. So a lot of these guys, like the kickboxing and Muay Thai, maybe just like there's not as much science in the gym. But stop me when I'm wrong here. Like, I don't want to be talking bro science or something like that. Like, am I off here?
No, because I mean that was one thing I was talking about. Like, say for instance, like, I mean, he doesn't kickbox anymore, but like, say like a Cedric Doumbé. Right? Yeah. His weight class was 170. But every time that dude fought, he was coming in at like 168, 167.
Yeah.
Type of deal. So in my head is like, are these guys really just like, like they basically just maybe walk around at like 172 and they cut a little weight, but they just go a little bit over. And it's like, all right, I'm like 2 pounds, 3 pounds under. It's no big deal. Like even like when I see my guys fight in my weight class, like say, it's usually for gloves like 154. Or see guys coming in at 152, 153. That's why I'm just thinking to myself, like, yo, like, are these guys really just kind of, walking around and they just maybe just cut just a little bit? And that's usually how it is. I mean, except for like Alex Pereira over here, who you now know, the dude was fighting at 2 weight classes, and for him to go down to 187, was something. But I feel like for the most part, most people are kind of just walking around. Maybe they're losing about like 10 pounds, and like that's it.
Yeah, like we just saw Joseph Lassiri, who fights at strawweight 115, went up to flyweight to fight Rodtang. He was like 123, like not even close. I think DeBella as well is the same kind of thing. He just like shows up at his walking around weight. Like there's not as much weight cutting history in striking sports as there is in MMA or wrestling, collegiate wrestling, of course, I'm talking about. But yeah, Alex Pereira is kind of the exception to all those things of like, this guy, he was massive. This guy still is massive, but he's a weight cutting savant, is my understanding, that like even the day before weigh-ins, he's sometimes eating like Brazilian barbecue and stuff, is what I've heard from insiders. And he just shows up and makes weight. He's amazing.
Yep.
But yeah, anyway, so we did have another fight between Superlek and Panpayak, and Superlek got a very close decision. Now, these two are just so well matched, and it's a contrast of styles where it does feel like a chess match, but it feels like neither can actually get an advantage, because Superlek won, but it doesn't feel like either of them showed that they were better than the other guy. I had Panpayak winning on the cards personally, but what did you make of this fight?
Yeah, like I said, I thought Superlek was going to be a better technical fighter. And I think maybe that's what the judges saw. Like they just saw overall that it just looked like he looked better. Because remember, with one, it's just like, hey, who's winning the fight, And to me, in their eyes, it was Superlek to them. Because like I said, I think he was more in control, But I mean, also too, like say, maybe these guys could have been off because, like say, maybe that weight cut, kind of did have Superlek off or whatever like that. So. You just never know how people are feeling that night.
Yeah, absolutely. And they fought 7 times previously, so they do know each other's style. So it's fair that they can't get an advantage against each other. It's just one of those pairings where they could fight 10 more times, and I think we would come out. We feel inconclusive, despite one guy winning most of those fights. I don't know that he's the better fighter between those two. Now, I would like to see Superlek versus Rodtang, because you have the Grand Prix champion versus the divisional champion. Rodtang is already booked, I believe, on January 13th for a kickboxing fight, because he does want to win a kickboxing title in 2023. So I'm not sure that we're actually going to get Superlek versus Rodtang. But if Rodtang takes the kickboxing throne. Is that cool, or would we rather see the super leg fight? I want it all. I want both of those things.
I mean, I like I told you earlier, like maybe an episode ago or 2 episodes ago, I told you, man, to me, Rodtang is here for the money. He's here for the money fights. Yeah. Like I said, man, to me, I would not be surprised if this guy goes get this kickboxing title, and then after that, he has the fight with Super Leg, because again, he's trying to have belts and everything.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess if you were Rodtang and someone's like, do you want to fight maybe the best kicker actively in this Muay Thai weight class, or a Spaniard kickboxer, you'd be like, I want the Spaniard kickboxer. I don't want to fight Super Leg. That guy's super good. It's just, I get paid the same either way, so whatever. We also had Tiger Kalalov earned the first round TKO over Shorfa, and Pizza Power Lara Fernandez got a close split decision over Benkofa in an atomweight Muay Thai fight. Any notes on those ones for you?
And I mean, just want to say, man, Lara Fernandez, like I said, she's coming in with a lot of talent, a lot of promise, a lot of tout. Like I said, I think she's definitely somebody who one can definitely promote. To me, it's just all about who's in the weight class, who can she get these good fights with, who can she get these big fights with.
I'm just excited. I like Lara Fernandez. She's a cool person. She's a lot of fun. But yeah, hopefully she gets more success in the future, because that weight class is cooking now. You got like Janet Todd, you got Lara Fernandez in it. There's a few talents in it. It's going to be a good one. You ready to move on to the K-1 Grand Prix? You know it, man. He's got my, he's got one of my ladies on there, so I'm always down to talk. Let's start with it. Kana Silverwolf got another win. She honestly, at this point, you could make, I think, what is this, her 3rd or 4th win this year? You could make the argument that she deserves to be female kickboxer of 2022. What'd you make of Kana Silverwolf's win? Yeah, it was a good fight. Like I said, it started out, saying her opponent had the reach, had the height on her, so Kana was kind of trying to take her time, trying to get in there. And which once she kind of got in, once she got her range, it was kind of really lights over. Like she controlled the ring. She basically stalked her opponent. Opponent tried to move, kind of follow. Like actually, kind of didn't even follow her. She actually cut her off. That's what she did. That's what you should do. And she did that well. Man, she put in that combination, caught her with that. I think it was a left hook, and then boom, the ref had to step in, and the girl was on Dream Street. Now, I don't know if you really want to blame her corner. But to me, I put it on her, because to me, it's like, the ref is giving you a standing 8 count. What are you doing walking over to your corner? Like, usually you just stand there, let the ref talk, and then boom, he checks on you. She basically walked to her corner, having a conversation with them. The ref's like, yo, put hands up. She doesn't. He calls off the fight. And then you even see after the fight, she's kind of talking to her coach, being like, what's going on? And he even went like, hands up. You didn't do it. So I don't know. I don't know if you wouldn't want to put the blame on the corner for talking to her, or if you want to put the blame on her, because to me, she should know. It's like, hey, the ref stepped in. He's giving you a standing 8 count. Or maybe it could be the language barrier. She didn't know what was going on. She didn't understand. He wasn't speaking her language. I don't know. But either way, kind of did her thing. She looked great. Let's see what 2023 has for her. But on that tip, I do want to throw out, like, I don't think it's a translation issue. And I know that's an easy out, because it was a French speaker speaking to a Japanese speaker. I get that. I totally understand that. However, Aurora Dos Santos was an Enfusion champion. She had fought in Glory. She is now fighting in K-1. She's not an amateur. She's not confused as to what is going on in the ring. Exactly. In any language, the kickboxing hand signs, the boxing hand signs from the referee, they are the same. They are universal in any ring around the world. That's why I just don't think it was a translation thing. I think
exactly. Like my thing is like, why are you walking to your corner? Like that shouldn't happen. Even to me, the ref should not have let that happen. It's like, hey, you always go to a neutral corner anyway. Like you said, the one person, the one who did the knockdown, hey, go to a neutral corner. This person's just supposed to stand up and stay there, because then once they're done, then you check on them. You say, oh, hey, walk to me. Then you see how they walk. This girl just got up and started walking to her corner. Like basically she was kind of giving the signs like, oh, no mas, I don't want any more. Like that's really what she did. Like she walked to her corner, put her arms on the ropes and chilling. Like it was just like she was at the beach having a nice conversation. No, I think she got hit in the head and she was a bit confused as to what was going on. I think that's the most likely, it's the simplest scenario. Because even if you're an amateur fighter in boxing or kickboxing or Muay Thai, your coach tells you in advance of what the deal is from like when you're 14 years old. Of like, if you get a knockdown or you get knocked down or whatever, you go to the neutral corner. We all know that. We all know that. So I think she just got hit in the head. But let's look at Kana Silverwolf this year. She just won via TKO. Before this, she knocked out Cerise Manfredi via head kick KO. Mm-hmm. Before that, she defeated Ran.
So that's 3 wins this year. She could be female fighter of the year. It's competitive. Those are 3 decent wins and in impressive fashion.
Yes. Like I said, man, I'm real high on her. Like I said, the thing is about, again, if we can get the competition for her, because I mean, I know a while back she was calling out Anissa Meskin, which of course Anissa Meskin was a little shocked because I guess they're trained together, a little bit and stuff like that. But kind of was just like, hey, I just, it's nothing personal. I just want to prove that I'm the best out here. So, but we'll see. But like I said, it seemed like Anissa Meskin kind of dropped her weight. Like I say, because she was trying to follow Janet Todd. So now she's fighting at like, the 115, while like Tiffany Van Soos is in Connor or still at the 122. So you never know, man. Maybe there could be a Glory Rival 7 over here, K-1 and Glory, maybe. You just never know.
God, man, I want that because I want all of these good champions to be competing against each other. I think like it would just be great, but there's just so many good fights we want right now. There's a lot of great fighters and a lot of good champions, but yeah, we will talk about Glory Rivals in a little bit as well. Yeah. So this event, this K-1 World Grand Prix in Osaka was for the inaugural Bantamweight Championship. Now this was, so Toma Kuroda won this, and it was like a mirror of Remy Bonyaski's first Grand Prix victory, because his second one, I think, because he had fought decision, and then his last fight went to decision and had to go to overtime rounds. By the end, Toma Kuroda, I don't know how he was the fresher fighter in the final fight, because he fought more rounds than his opponent on one night. This was a hard-fought victory. He had to dig deep in this fight, and I think it's just the fresher man won. The final match between Toma Kuroda and it was Issei Ishii. That was a hard fight. I would love to see a rematch with both of them being fresh, but I think in the end, the right man won. What'd you make of this? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
Oh man, it was a good fight. Like I said, I mean, the whole tournament was good to Toma Kuroda. I mean, did his thing. Like I said, man, it's one thing to win one fight, but you're winning 3 fights in one night. Like that's just bonkers out here. But again, this kind of just sees where you are mentally, where you are physically. Of course, it's always about luck, because you always want to make sure that you're not getting hurt in one fight going into the next. But I mean, the dude killed it, looked good, and then like I said, man, to then go an extra round and still come out there blazing. Like, I mean, he put the pedal to the metal. Was like, yo, we got 1 round left. This is it. I'm just going for it.
Yeah, he landed better right straights during that round. They were both exchanging kicks, but I think the punches really made the difference in that fight. It's free on YouTube. Check it out on the K-1 YouTube channel. It is a banger. And if the wrong man won, man, let us know. That's fair. They'll probably fight again. It's a fun weight class. Conor Silverwolf, we also had Akihiro Kaneko versus Kira Luang. This was a very fun fight. Japan versus Thailand. Kaneko did well mixing high and low punches, dodging and countering. He was picking his exchanges better. Won a KO in the 3rd round. Again, a very fun match. That's one of the better fights of this year. Yeah. We also had.
I was gonna say, this is for the K-1 Super Bantamweight Championship. Yeah. So it was. I mean, man, that's why it's so crazy. So the tournament was for the Bantamweight Championship, but this fight was for the Super Bantamweight.
I know.
So many weight classes.
It's gonna get weirder when we talk about Petch in a bit, because I think he's the super featherweight world champion, and he's going to be fighting the the super bantamweight non-world champion. So it's just weirder. There's so many more belts than we need right now, but it's cool. They're all champs. It's fine. But it was a banger of a fight, right?
Yes. Oh yeah. Of course, man. Dude, they came to perform. Like I said, titles on the line, man. You definitely want to go for it. Definitely a kudos fight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And we also had the Crush and K-1 featherweight champion Gunji Taito fought Wang Zhuang. This is a banger. This was a fireworks fight. It was a non-title bout, but it was this is now 5 wins for Gunji Taito in a single year. He won a Grand Prix earlier this year, defended his title, all that fun stuff. But yeah, this was a war of hands, feet, and knees. It was a banger of a match. Did you catch this one at all?
I think maybe that one I could have went on the bathroom break.
That's right. Yeah.
There's a lot of fights going on. But the only other fight I really wanted to talk about was it was the upset one. Was it Stefan
Latushku? Yeah.
Stefan Latushku beating Mohamed Satari, snapping his 25 win streak,
But Satari won the K-1 Grand Prix this year, and then he gets knocked out by Stefan in this fight. This is madness. That's insane, right?
Yeah, like I mean, dude, but I mean, again, that's why I talk about people like this. That's why we have the fights, man. You just never know what's gonna happen. And like I said, he came in there, man, and he was just throwing heat at him. Like he said, like he didn't care that he won. He just came in there, was just putting the pressure on him. Like I said, I just saw I was watching the clip earlier about it too. But I mean, it was a back and forth because like one guy got knocked down, but he came back, and then he caught him. I think it was with his left hook in the second round.
Yeah, it's just insane to have this. I mean, at least there's more talented people in this division being built up all around the world. It's fantastic. Kickboxing's a lot of fun right now. But yeah, it was a banger of a fight. Check it all out on YouTube.
26 fights, guys. You know what I'm saying? If you got nothing to do, 26 fights. I'll help you out.
That's this past weekend we also had, I don't think there was anything else I wanted to cover off on that one, so that's K1. We also had Rise 163 and Raj Matern Stadium. Blockout was fighting. There's a few other very notable fighters fighting. I'm not going to lie to you folks. If you are following Muay Thai, such as Raj Matern and stuff like that, you already know more than me. You don't need me to tell you anything. I know my limits. But yes, they were both bangers. You can catch the highlights online. You ready to move forward to some previews? We got Infusion and Glory and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Please check out the Fighters First shop while we have you folks. Please check out the Calf Kick Sports merch, the Kickin It merch, the Brandon Cuttino merch. Brandon, tell them everything.
Yeah, hit us up, FightersFirst.shop. Like I said, guys, if you guys love the show, you guys want to support us, really, the way to support us is really 3 ways. 1, subscribe to the YouTube channel. 2, like and comment on everything, interact with us. And the third thing, of course, is, man, buy some merch. Buy your shirt, buy a hoodie. Like I said, it's holiday times are around us, man. Get that favorite combat person, that you love, a nice shirt or a hoodie to keep them warm for the holidays.
It's freezing in here. It's not warm, but we got the hoodie on. Everything's just fine. Life is good. Let's move to Infusion 117, which is coming up in Dubai on the 16th of December. And again, Infusion, just bringing it every time out. I'm shocked by how good the Infusion card looks. Because I thought this is just going to be another Infusion fight. We'll have some names on it. No, Infusion brings it every time out. Listen to the names on this one. We have Ilyas Zugurdi is back. We have Mario Gusko. We have Clyde Brunswick is back. We also have Mohammed Jebediah, who we had earlier this year. Mohammed Tushasi is on it. We have a lightweight tournament. We have Mohammed Simsek, and we have Sorel Dejean. This is madness. Okay, Brandon, bring me up to date on this one.
Yeah, no, like I said, I mean, it's their last show of the year. They're trying to go out with a bang. Like I said, they're doing this lightweight tournament. I'm really looking forward to it because to me, I think this is where this is my weight class. So of course, I'm always excited for it. And then plus two, they got some good fighters on here. They got some good men fighters and some good female fighters. For everybody to check out. Like I said, for that tournament, I feel like I'm probably leaning towards what's his name? There's 2 Mohammeds, but basically the battle of the Mohammeds, which is there's the Barak and Dragon, I guess are their nicknames.
Yeah.
Muhammad Yunus Rabah versus Muhammad Ibrahim Salan. I hope I said that. Yeah. I feel like the winner of that fight is gonna win this tournament. Like I originally thought that Brandon Foss was on it, but I guess he's not. I mean, he might be an alternate, but I'm really looking forward to his fight too because he's somebody that I definitely have my eye on as well. Been looking real good.
No, I thought the same thing too. I read it the same way that you did. I thought Brandon Foss was in the lightweight tournament. I know we have some very good Infusion followers that will bring us up to date when we're wrong, and that's fine. Please do, because I'm dumb. But yeah, I thought Brandon Foss was in it as well, who's a very good prospect, undefeated in Infusion thus far. But yes, I thought he was in the tournament, so I prepared some notes about him, and apparently he's not. But yeah, so Wolves Fury, great name, but making his debut. But I like the name a lot.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it's another showcase fight for him, for Brandon Foss. So hopefully he gets the dub because he's somebody that they definitely use for their Infusion commercials that you see when they're doing the fights. Talking about like Infusion Chop. So I mean, I think that's definitely somebody that they definitely believe in. So like I said, I'm always down to watch his fights. And then like I said, the lightweight tournament they got, of course, we got Sarah Dejean fighting, which of course she just fought last month. She's right back at it. So you're looking forward to seeing how she does. Which she actually has a new opponent, because this isn't her original opponent, because you were originally supposed to fight what's her name? She was from England. She was from England, and she was like a Muay Thai specialist.
Gotcha. I don't know the name, but okay, yeah.
But I guess she must have got hurt, because now she's fighting a girl from Italy.
Man, these nicknames, the women, combat sports are so dumb when it comes to women's nicknames. Like the men, the Jordanian Wolf, nice, Dynamite, Destroyer. We also have Wolf's Fury, the woman, Pretty Dragonfly. Oh god, it just sucks so much. That's a stupid nickname. Have something cooler than that for women. However, she's going to be fighting Sorel de Jong, and Sorel de Jong, again, like one of those, absolutely could be female fighter of the year with another title defense. These are impressive wins. These have all been title defenses this year. Really impressive stuff from Sorel de Jong. But yeah, what else do you see on this one that you like?
Oh, and then he's another guy too who I feel like they try to promote as well. He's on the, I guess you want to say, the main card, Enfusion 117. Man, was it Nabil Hayuli?
Tyson.
I guess his nickname is Tyson. He's going up against he's going up against Mario Augusto that you talked about earlier.
Man, it's a great fight. It's a good fight, because I believe Tyson is undefeated in Enfusion. His opponent is going to be making his debut, a promising prospect coming out of Greece. But yeah, Tyson, that's the guy. Is one to keep your eye on in the lightweight division.
Yeah, I mean, then of course you got the Clyde Brunswick fight, which of course you saw his video of him and Alex Pereira sparring. Wasn't looking good for Clyde over there. So hopefully he has a better outing here on fight night. And then of course, man, the two guys, got to look for Tuchatsi and of course Simsak.
Yeah, of course. That's hottest.
And my apologies, guys. I see it now. Simsak rocking the Turkey flag. I know before we were talking about him being Moroccan and everything like that. My apologies. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for correcting me. Hey, they're both red flags. You're looking kind of quickly, because I want to be accused of just looking at my phone when these are where my notes are. But and I get the photos and everything. So my apologies. He's from Turkey, but hey, he's still a killer out there.
Man, he is from Turkey, and he is one to keep an eye on for the future. He's one of the hottest prospects in kickboxing right now. Of like wherever he goes next, this guy is going to be a contender real quick. Because keep your eye on Mohammed Simsak from the country of Turkey. But yeah, it's going to be a banger of a card. Should we move forward to the Glory Rivals card?
Yes, let's do it.
Absolutely. Let me bring up my notes here. Just going to switch over. Glory Rivals. I close everything. I get all my notes ready before, and then I close them as we're going along. But I closed the wrong one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, just let you know. I mean, Glory Rivals is going to be happening on Christmas Day here. It's going to be over in Japan. Like I said, I think it's 6 fights that they got so right now. I think that might be it, that they're just leaving it at that. But I mean, they got some bangers lined up.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, and the one I'm most excited for, of course, is Pech Parung Kiat Macau, who is the Glory featherweight champion, and he is the Rise super lightweight world champion, and he's going to be fighting Kosei Yamada, who is the Rise super lightweight champion. So that's going to be such a good fight. Pech, if he wins, it's going to be 3 this year. He's going to have 1 titles in Rise, defended his title in Glory, 3 wins in 1 year, international, great competition. That is absolutely one to keep an eye on. Stay up for that one. That one's going to be a banger.
Yeah, I get thrown up as so you're right. Pech is the featherweight champion, while he's going up against the Rise super lightweight champion. Yeah.
It's going to be a good one. We also have Stoyan Korplevinsky is going to be fighting Kaito, who is just a banger of a fighter. He was a karate champion before. Now he's just on a major run in kickboxing. In the main event, you have Siri Adamchuk is going to be fighting Kento Haraguchi, who is the former super lightweight world champion, I believe, or he fought for the inaugural Rise super lightweight world title earlier this year. And now he's going to be fighting Adamchuk. It's going to be a good one. Now it is a Rise versus Glory event, this is the first one that they've done of this nature. It's been It's been Glory versus Enfusion up till now. But yeah, looking at the card, I mean, similarly, like the undercard is just mostly going to be Rise fighters, but you also have Tessa DeCombe versus Minazo Kobayashi. Yep. Another great fight. This is some great fights on this card. This is a great event.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'm kind of a little worried. I guess I'm not. I guess I would say I'm shocked about is I'm surprised that Petch isn't the main event since it's like champion versus like champion. You think that they would that they would have been the main event, but instead they got guys who aren't champions, heading the show. I mean, I know originally like Adam Truck is stepping in because he's replacing a Double Z, but you just thought you would want to have your champion be there because plus two Petch not a Rise champion as well. So
yeah, this is the thing. So it's a double champion versus a champion. I agree. Why wasn't this the main event? It was also the announcement fight of like they led off with this one of like we're gonna have Petch, the double champion, versus the other champion. That is what they led off with. So I don't know how that fell to the third fight from the top and not the main event. But for me, like I recognize that is the main event. That is the best fight on the card. There's some great fights on this card. Don't get me wrong, but Petch versus Kosei Yamada, that is the fight that I'm tuning in for. Kosei Yamada is a gangster. He is the champion right now. But yeah, Petch is one of those generational fighters where in kickboxing, he's so good that he's almost a pain in the ass to watch. It's like he's almost frustrating to watch.
I mean, Petch is good, but his opponent, man, he got some hand speed though. He got some hand speed, but
it's gonna be fun.
Let's see if Petch can keep him away with those nice round kicks, to the body, like how he does with everybody. But I mean, if his opponent can get in and let those hands go, it could be a tough one for him.
Absolutely, and I did an interview with Petch earlier this year. Sorry if you can hear that in the background, but I did an interview with Petch earlier this year, and he's a very interesting because he's out here collecting titles from all around the world. And I kind of asked him about his legacy, and he's like, I really just don't care. I just want to. I don't care about belts. I don't care about gold. I just want to fight for the fans. So this is, I think, like the Rise Glory Rivals was really set up for Petch just to do whatever he wants, to fight whoever he wants, go around the world and fight whoever he wants because he just wants to stay active. Including Muay Thai. So he's fought 3 times in kickboxing, but I think he's fought in Muay Thai like 2 or 3 times this year as well. Yeah, he's fought twice in Muay Thai this year. He's fought like 3 times last year. This will be his 5th fight this year. This guy just wants to fight. Let him fight.
That's what everybody wants, man. Everybody wants to stay busy. Saying like they're keeping him active. So let's see let's see what happens after this. Like I said, it's good to have them doing these shows like that. I think it's real good. Plus, too, like I said, you kind of see the Rise. Maybe the audience that doesn't know about Rise or doesn't watch Rise, they see these guys. Maybe they'll want to start to look at Rise, and that would get more people just getting into Japanese kickboxing.
I hope so. Anyway, so yeah, like you said, Petch and versus Kosei Yamada, definitely want to keep your eye on. But there's Stoyan Korbelinski versus Kaito. There's just awesome. It's just all around really good stuff there. Anything else that you see on the card that you want to talk about?
No, man, like I said, people just tune in and watch.
Awesome stuff. And then also announced recently was Glory is coming to Mexico. It's going to be Glory Rivals 5, hosted in Tulum, Mexico on January the 28th. There's Abraham Vidales on it, Tomás Aguirre, sorry about my enunciations, Ivan Gales, and Henan Altamiro, and a few other folks are confirmed on it. But yeah, it's going to be Glory Rivals 5. Glory is going to be against War of Nations on January 28th. Brandon, go ahead on that one.
Yeah, no, I think this is a great thing. Like I said, you see Glory really kind of traveling, letting you know that they are expanding their horizons. They're really trying to be international. Like I said, going down to Mexico, putting a show there. Like I said, they're kind of really promoting Vidales. Like I said, who did just recently fight for the title at Glory Collision. So, I believe this is his home city. So he should get a hero's welcome, and it should be a nice show for him. But like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing Glory and all these different partnerships. Seeing how they do. But still, like I said, I think these are just good shows to kind of just keep fighters active and busy.
Yeah, and I think that's coming out of the pandemic. They were doing like one show a year at one point, then it was one show every 3 months. Fighters in kickboxing just want to fight all the time. So yeah, Tulum, Mexico. It's going to be Glory Rivals 5. Brandon, what else do we need to cover off before we head out of here? Is that everything? Do we do it?
Yeah, that's really it. I mean, just man, what was I gonna say? I just want to say, like, hey guys, enjoy your holidays, be safe, have fun. Saying Tim and I will be back in 2023. But remember, I just want to talk about, man, kickboxing to me at the state of where it is, I think it's great. Saying we got one doing shows, you got Glory doing their shows, but plus 2 with these rival shows, keeping them busy. I think this is great. Like I say, we're getting a lot of more fights going on. Of course, too, right? You can't forget about K-1 and Rise doing their thing as well. So I think, and of course, Enfusion as well. They'll be back in January also. So let's say I think kickboxing is just in a good state right now. They're getting some momentum. Hopefully 2023 will continue, like say, with Glory going to Mexico. Hopefully they'll continue their deals with Enfusion, with Rise. We get more shows like that. Maybe they can even partner up with other people. You never know. Again, I keep hearing that Glory might be coming back to the USA next year. So that's always a good thing as well. Maybe we could get a Glory in one deal, that would be great, but we shall see. But again, I just want to thank you guys for rocking with me and Tim this whole year, making the show what it is, making this the A show on the Fighters First Network. Remember, let the people know, share this, like, comment, subscribe, everything. Let your friends know, tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their friends to like the show, to comment, and join the movement of kickboxing being the #1 sport out here.
Awesome. Brandon, thank you so much for your time, sir.
All right, man. I'll see you in the new year.
Absolutely. Thanks, Brandon.